Hey folks, welcome to the GR86 at VIR. So let's crack on with the fast lap. Right then, fast lap done and dusted. Let me show you all the info here. So, identical to baseline setup, which is what I presume the iRacing will use. Usually there's track names in the iRacing folder, but there appears to be only high downforce, low downforce, and baseline. So I presume they're going to use the baseline one. So if they're not, then there may be some differences in top speed, gearing, corner speed, things like that. So bear that in mind. And fingers crossed it's going to be baseline. Track temp 112 Fahrenheit, so quite warm. So bear that in mind for your test sessions. And track usage is moderate at 44%. So that can be higher or lower in the sessions. Normally, lower usage has less grip, higher usage has more grip. Otherwise, the lap I'm going to show you is our fastest lap of a 2 minutes 10.018. Now, my optimal was in the 9s. You can see over here. Apparently my optimal is a 2093. And in a practice session I did the other night, I did actually do an 09, but I didn't save the replay, annoyingly. So we're doing with a 10 flat. So there's a couple of tenths in there. It's all about, with this car, getting the braking right, getting it into the apex, and getting on throttle as early as possible. The carrying the momentum and getting on full throttle, that is so important. Corner entry, not so much in this thing, although it seems to have fantastic brakes, to be honest. And it does stop quite quickly. Otherwise, the other thing I'd like to show you is above my head, my Discord, where the OLAP, BLAP telemetry replay file will all be hidden in there, so you can see exactly what I've done on this lap, and you can actually see pedal inputs and all that mumbo jumbo stuff. And also on there is a very good little calendar that shows you the track guides in order of the season that we're actually following. So yeah, I think that's about everything. Let's crack on with the breakdown lap. Right then, welcome to VIR, and we are hunting down for turn 1. Be careful of pit exit here. There could be cars coming out there later in the race, but we are hunting for the marker boards on the left hand side here, and we're looking for the 3 board. Just after you pass it, you are standing on the brakes. Now slow down more than you think on this corner. It tightens up before you even see that it tightens up. Be careful of people running wide, and if you're on the outside, be careful of people understeering into you. Take a nice light apex and get on full power as soon as you can. Avoid the grass on the left hand side. Stay away from that like the plague. Round here now, all we're doing is keeping the steering wheel nice and straight as we can, but go around the corners, and we're hunting for this bit of curb right here. Just as it ends, we may want to lift before we get to there on cold tyres, but brake in a nice straight line. Stay in third. Do not go into second. You can see I'm bouncing off the rev limiter there. Stay in third round here. Loads of curb on apex. Do not run wide here. The grass comes up quite quickly. Now this is a braking point. You've got to kind of pick your marker on that white line there. There's a little kink, couple car lengths before it. First gear around here, I found you need to compromise this corner, get on full throttle, short shift into second, and try and take this as flat out as you can. We are full throttle for a very long way, so the earlier you can get on full throttle and carry the speed around these few complex corners, the better. Loads of curve on this little kink now, and don't worry about running wide. You can cover a little bit of the dirt there, so there's not a problem. These S's are literally just flat out, so don't worry about them. Just try and minimize steering wheel input to maximize that straight line speed. It's all about this car, getting on that throttle as early as you can, getting the speed out of the corner. These S's up the hill, nice little complex here. Don't lift at all. You might need to lift on a few cold tires, but after the first lap, you should be going through there. Now, this one, you're looking for the slight dip. Can you see a slight dip there? We go down. As soon as we're at the bottom of the dip, lift off, brake ever so gradually. First few laps, 4th gear around here. Otherwise, 5th gear is absolutely fine. Make sure you don't go on through full throttle too early. You will one ride off that curb, and it is not nice. The 2 marker, we are braking in a straight line. We're in 5th. We're going down to 3rd gear before the first kink. Compromise this one because we need to get our braking point for this one absolutely spot on. First gear, turn in, loads of curb, miss the tires. People will hit them, so be cautious of them. And get on full throttle again as early as you can. This is by far the most important corner on the circuit. We need to get it right because it is a long drag race all the way down to the next corner. Slipstream will be a thing. I did do a bit of a test of slipstream, so people will try and slipstream past you. No point attacking because this, you can see how long the straight is. Very, very long. We are hunting for this little arrow, and just as after we pass it, start turning in and then brake in a nice heavy straight line. Lift off the brakes, go around the corner, and then back on the brake pressure again. Really slow it down. You see the cars really twitch around here, so be careful. Do not run too far wide. The corner does come back here on the left-hand side and juts out, so make sure you compromise that exit. Full throttle around that little kink down the hill. Now, this is going to be the second most important on the corner on the circuit. Very, very awkward. So, end of the dirt patch, so it's when we're lifting off. We're staying in 3rd for this. Loads of curb, and then we dab the brakes, and we want to get this absolutely spot on. Be very, very cautious here about running wide. You see I get massively on 2 wheels. Do not touch that grass on the left-hand side. It is literally a recipe for death, and it will take you a good 20 or 30 seconds to get back onto the circuit, so avoid it as you can. A lot of time to gain in that corner, but a lot of time to lose, so bear that in mind. But that is us across the lap around Virginia International Raceway in a 2-minute 10.018. As mentioned, I could get into the 9s, but I could not do it in this session. I tried my hardest, but I think that's quite a reasonable lap time. Time will tell when the sessions go live for me. Tuesday morning they go live for me. But yeah, fingers crossed some good racing. Give this car a chance. Give this car a good few weeks. Let everyone settle down. Let everyone try and work out what it is. People are going to dive bomb a lot because the brakes are good in this, so bear that in mind. Make sure you survive the races the best you can. Enjoy the car. It's a wonderful car. Give it a chance if you do get crashed out. Try and avoid it next time, but keep on going with the car. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe and do that lovely YouTube stuff for us, and I'll catch you on the next one.